Hello guys, Ola is here and today I decided to speak with you a little about war because I don't like to cover the political topics in my blog because there are a lot of trolls, a lot of discussions and a lot of people don't support some point of view. But I think as a lot of people afraid to go to Ukraine just because of war, I think I need to speak a little about it and explain you how is everything going in Ukraine. Okay, so let's start. I think we should start from where is the war in Ukraine. The war is on the east of Ukraine, at the little area near the Russian border. So if you are not going to go to the east of Ukraine to this area, you just want to visit Lviv in Ukraine, okay, so you probably can feel very safe there because actually nothing changed in Kyiv, nothing changed in Lviv, nothing changed in Odessa. So Odessa still be the same now like it was 5 years ago. Kyiv still be the same, Lviv still be the same. You will not see something that reminds about war. Just of course about posters, maybe you can see some advertisements, something like that. But there is no destroyed houses or buildings because of some weapon. Of course, no. So the war conflict is only on the east of Ukraine, and that you understand the distance. So the distance between Lviv, for example, and war place is 1,200 kilometers. It's the same like, for example, war will be in New York and you will be in Atlanta. So if something happens in New York, can you feel safe in Atlanta? Yes, because it's pretty big distance, I think. Yeah, this is one country, so everything can happen. But anyway, this is very big distance. And or it's the same like Madrid in Spain and Lyon on France. So it's also very big difference between those two cities in Ukraine. And if something is going on the east of Ukraine, you can still visit the west of Ukraine and feel pretty safe. Or also you can visit Kyiv because you can see a lot of videos from my blog as I film and everything on the street. So everything is very peaceful here and you can feel yourself and you can feel yourself very safe because a lot of people ask me how safe is in Ukraine. I think it's safe because if you're afraid that some grenades come to you, so you don't have what to worry about. But if you are worried about some terrorists, so just can we say that France is safe because there is always something happens in France. There always something happens in some European high developed country. So of course nobody will give you a guarantee that everything will be good here, but you don't have to worry about war because war is just on the east of Ukraine. The next important question, what is the reason of war? Some people consider it like civil war, and other people like war with Russia and Ukraine, and it's hard to understand for foreigners what's going on in Ukraine. The truth is that Russia tried to make instability in Ukraine. Russia sent to this area their soldiers. They pay for local people and they share this propaganda that it will be better for them to live independently from Ukraine because some people think that Russia wants this territory and some people think that Russia want that those people wants to join to Russia. But this is not true even if you still listen Russian propaganda because Russia still insists that this territory must be independent or this territory must be Ukrainian, but Ukrainians need to listen more about local regions, something like that. I think Russians don't know exactly what they want from that region, but this is how I characterize that Russia wants to make instability in Ukraine. Nobody on the east of Ukraine are going to join to Russia because Russia don't want they join to them because they already asked Russia. I think it was even 2 years ago that Russia, we want to be a part, and Russia answered them, no, we don't want you will be our part, so you just want, if you want you can be independent region, if you want you can be region in the Ukrainian territory, but you can have some special rights and something like that. So nobody wants to go, nobody is going to join to Russia, and Russia are not going to expand their territory. This is just a conflict for making instability in Ukraine, that Ukraine can't develop so good, because as some of people afraid to visit Ukraine, for example, because this war, so it's already working, this instability, or nobody wants to invest in Ukraine if there is a kind of war conflict. Nobody gives Ukraine some credit for development because here is a war conflict and everything else. So this war just because of instability. So this is nominative war. So every people know that here is the war, here is dangerous in Ukraine, you don't need to invest money here, you don't need to visit Ukraine, you don't need to pay attention in Ukraine, and Ukraine can develop so good as it's wanted because of war. And also Russia loves to share the propaganda also in some Western media that this is civil war in Ukraine and Ukrainian army killed local people. I don't know if a lot of people really can believe in it, but if someone still believe in it, so I just want to say that a big amount of people, most people from this area escaped to the other Ukrainian territory, and now they live in safe, now they live among us, they live in Kyiv, they built their business, they live in other Western Ukrainian cities, and they start their own business, they do everything good, and I don't think that someone believes that we like Ukrainians kill local people in Donbass, but if these people escape from Donbass to the other territory, we pay money them, we buy their goods, and we support them as much as we can. But maybe if some people still believe in it, so guys, we have so many refugees from Donbass on the other Ukrainian territory, and nobody killed them here. Yeah, that's in case that someone believes in Russian propaganda. The last question, I think, is it safe to travel to cities which is close to Russian border? You know, Russia is very unpredictable country, so I think nobody can promise you that everything will be good, but at the same time, I think it's pretty safe because, a lot of people are afraid to go to Kharkiv because Kharkiv is close to war. But I want to say that how this wars happened. So Russia, they share propaganda for local people because any war must be supported by local people. If local people don't support invaders, they will not have some chance. So Russia already tried 2 years ago to make this in Kharkiv and other cities of east of Ukraine, Odessa and everything else. But Odessa showed by some tragic accidents they don't want this problem, and they don't want to have any war, any independence, and they don't want to have any pro-Russian organizations or something like that on their city. And this city now lives pretty good, have a lot of tourists, have a lot of investors, and I think they are happy. The same happened with Kharkiv. So in Kharkiv, in the beginning of this war, also was the same. Some local people, they invaded to local governmental administration, tried to make instability, tried to take the power on their hands, but they lose. Yes, and now Kharkiv is also a very good place. Everyone's respect Ukraine, and nobody wants to share the ideas that he wants to be a part of Russia or something like that. People on Donbass in Donetsk and Luhansk region didn't do that. So they accept Russian propaganda, and they said that yes, we want to join to Russia, we want to live better, we want something else, something like that. And they supported the soldiers, those people who came to their territory, and they agreed that they want to live, for example, in Russia, something like that. And that's why there became war. And if someone afraid to go to Kharkiv because of war, Kharkiv already showed they don't support Russian invaders. They don't want, so this idea is not supported by local people. And I don't think that Russia will return to the Kharkiv because they already know that local population don't support their ideas. So traveling to Kharkiv is also pretty safe. Just maybe if you're afraid of Russia, like as Russia, because it's close to their border. But I think you don't have what to worry about. I think, guys, this video will be helpful for you if you still have some concerns if you go to Ukraine because of war. So I think I can clarify you a little this situation, and this video will be useful for you. I know that probably I will have a lot of comments from Russian trolls, but I'm ready for that. So guys, go ahead. Thank you guys for watching me. Bye.